finger down if you're nosy and want to know what everyone is googling on their phone at 2 a.m. in the morning. Yeah. I was curious about what people are googling and searching for about skincare, and as a skincare expert, I had to come on here to help you guys because you guys seem to be really lost when I'm here. So I'm going to be answering Google's most searched questions about skincare, and I'm going to be giving you guys the tea because I am the queen. Like, I'm a kind, benevolent queen, and everyone loves me when it comes to skincare. So if you guys want to know the answers to these questions and you just want to get more educated about skincare, and maybe your questions might be in here. Now Google is exposing you guys. It's not me, it's Google. So let's get into the video. But first, hi, my name is Matilda and welcome to my channel. Now, the first question is, what is the correct order to apply skincare products? Now, this one is something people always ask to today, even though I already have a video about it, which I'm going to link up here. But if you want to know, the general rule of thumb is thinnest to thickest. What does that mean? The thinnest consistency is what you apply first, and then the thickest consistency is what you apply last. Let me give you guys a general skincare routine. In the morning, you cleanse your face, you apply toner, which is optional. You can apply a serum like vitamin C serum, optional too. Then you apply your moisturizer, and then you apply your sunscreen in the morning. Now, anything in between, you can just insert it into the routine, but just remember, thinnest consistency to thickest consistency. Now, when it comes to the evening routine, is almost similar, just that you don't apply sunscreen at night. So cleanser, optional toner, you can add in your treatment serums, your retinol and the likes. Then you apply your moisturizer, and that is a complete skincare routine. This is just a general skincare routine. Sure, according to your skincare preferences and what you're trying to treat, it's going to differ, but this is just what you need to know about the order of applying skincare products. What does retinol do for your skin? Retinol is a powerful product, is a powerful ingredient in the skincare industry. To put it plainly, retinol speeds up your skin cell turnover. Now, because of how well it does that, it now has good effects, which includes helping fade your dark spots, smoothing your texture, helping out with acne, and also reducing fine lines in your face. So retinol does a lot of things, and it's such a good product, but there's always a catch. You know, when something is too good, you got to give it a side eye like, hey, sauce. So the thing is, retinol can make your skin extra sensitive, so you need to be careful when you're using it. You don't just throw in retinol into your skincare routine like oh yeah, retinol, ooh. No, you need to be careful. You need to add it in slowly into your routine. Start out from 2 times a week, then increase it to 3 times a week before you can start using it every day. And anytime you start using retinol, girl, you gotta be using sunscreen like a plague. Like, you need to be using sunscreen every single day. You cannot compromise on that, because retinol makes your skin extra sensitive to the sun. So if you're not using sunscreen, you're actually ruining your skin by using retinol. Yeah, so, you know, pick your poison, pick your battles. And luckily for you guys, I have a detailed video on retinol on my channel, which I'm gonna link up here. Guys, I have all the videos, which is why I'm just like, why are people still searching for these things when I already have the tea on my channel? Like, what are we talking about? You guys are not telling your friends about me. Like, please share my videos, because all of these questions I've already answered it before. And if you're an OG on my channel, you've watched all my videos and you already know all of these things. So this video is just gonna be me plugging all my videos, but I'm gonna answer the questions. Don't worry. What does vitamin C do in skincare? Okay, vitamin C helps to brighten your skin. It helps to fade hyperpigmentation, and it basically protects your skin from free radical damage, which can be caused by pollution in the environment and the sun. It really does a good job in the morning, and you should be applying it before your sunscreen, and it gives maximum protection. Now, whenever you're getting vitamin C, you need to look for serums with L-ascorbic acid with concentration between 10 to 20%. That's just something you should always look out for. Vitamin C is a great ingredient, although it irritates some people's skin, so you need to tread lightly when you're using it. You need to observe your skin to be sure that, okay, it's not causing more harm than good. Do I need sunscreen if I have dark skin or stay indoors? Simple answer, yes. Like capital letter S. Sorry, capital letter yes. Capital letter YES. You get what I mean? You should be using sunscreen if you're indoors. As long as the sun is passing through your windows, you should be applying sunscreen. Now, UVA rays can also penetrate your windows. That's why you need to apply sunscreen. Even though the weather is gloomy, it just rained, as long as the sun is still in the sky, you need to be applying sunscreen to protect your skin. Now, as for the one about if you should wear sunscreen if you have dark skin, so we know that melanin does give some natural protection, but it's not enough to protect against UV damage. So the sun does not discriminate. I mean, we have a lot of people that discriminate in the world, but the sun does not discriminate. So if you have a dark skin, you should be applying sunscreen so that your skin would not get damaged. Now, when you want to be applying sunscreen, you gotta use something from 30, SPF 30 and above. Now, I have a sunscreen video. I won't talk too much. It's here. And let me just add, people like that video a lot because of the value that I added, like the information that I gave in the video. So please check it out if you want to know more about sunscreen. What is the difference between dry and dehydrated skin? That's a good question. Dry skin basically means that your skin does not have enough oil, doesn't have enough sebum, it's not producing enough sebum, while dehydrated skin means that your skin does not have enough water, it doesn't have enough hydration in your skin. So dry skin means not enough oil, dehydrated skin means not enough moisture. Dry. When you're dry, you need water. When you dehydrate, I don't know. Okay, no. That was no. Dry skin, you need oil. Dehydrated skin, you need water. Does that make sense? You need to get hydrating serums that contain things like hyaluronic acid, glycerin, and apply a moisturizer over it to seal it in. You can be dry and dehydrated at the same time. You can have dry skin and dehydrated skin at the same time. It's not one or the other. It can be both. It can be one. Yeah. How do I know my skin type? A general way to know your skin type is wash your face, don't apply anything, just allow it to air dry. After a few minutes to an hour of getting dry, observe your skin. Is your skin tight? You probably have dry skin. Is your skin shiny? You probably have oily skin. Your T-zone, is it dry and also oily at the same time? Like some parts are dry, some parts are oily. You probably have combination skin. Is your skin red? Is it itchy? You probably have sensitive skin. Now, know your skin type is so important so that you can be able to know the right skincare products for you. Because if you have dry skin, the likelihood that products for oily skin will work for you is minimal. So it's good to know your skin type. So you need to observe your skin and know what it needs. How often should I exfoliate and what type is better? When it comes to exfoliating, it depends on your skin type and also your skin condition. What are you trying to treat? But generally 1 to 3 times a week is enough exfoliation. 3 times it can even be overkill. Now the next question was, what type is better? Now we have physical exfoliant and we have chemical exfoliant. I know what you guys are gonna say, girl, you need to stop promoting your other videos, but the truth is that I already have videos on it. But yeah, I have a video on exfoliating and different types of exfoliating, what exfoliating products you should use depending on your skin tone. Please just go check it out. Okay, back to the question. We have chemical and physical exfoliation. When it comes to the best exfoliation, chemical exfoliation is better. Why? Not only is it gentler, on your skin. It's a lot more effective in the long run. Chemical exfoliants can be AHAs, BHAs, PHAs. If you feel like your skin is feeling raw, it's feeling tight, it's stinging you, you're probably overdoing it with your exfoliation. So you need to dial it down. If you're doing 3 times a week, maybe do 2 times a week, or even do once a week. Exfoliation is not a do or die affair. Why is my skin purging? How is it different from breaking out? What's the difference between purging and breaking out? This is a very good question. Purging and breaking out, there's a very fine line, and you need to be able to know when you're crossing the other. Purging happens when your skin is trying to adjust to a new ingredient that you have added to it. These ingredients are typically actives like retinols and acids, BHAs and AHAs, exfoliants. So when you add these products into your skin, because of how active they are, they're really potent, it can make your skin to start to break out. Purging can sometimes be a good sign that this product is good and effective, but purging only happens with actives, potent skincare treatment. What is breaking out? Breaking out is when you have a reaction or irritation to a product. You can have breakouts from actives, and you can also have breakouts from regular skincare products like a basic cleanser or a basic moisturizer. Now, how do you know that you are purging or you are breaking out? When you're purging, what typically happens is that you start getting pimples in places that you already have pimples. If you usually get pimples around your forehead, when you're purging, you would get more pimples around your forehead. It is supposed to clear out after a few weeks. Now, breaking out is now when you start getting pimples in places that you would typically not get pimples. Like you're getting pimples around here when you would normally not get pimples around there. You're just getting pimples in random places around your face, and those pimples are not clearing up. Girl, you are breaking out, and you need to stop using whatever product is triggering that. If you're using an active and you're skeptical about it, like why am I having pimples, and maybe you're seeing pimples in familiar places but you're still skeptical, it's just better you cut the product or get advice from an esthetician or a dermatologist or a skincare expert like me. Yeah, you can book a skincare consultation with me. Yeah, link in my bio if you want to know more about skincare. And I use niacinamide and retinol together. Yes, you can use niacinamide and retinol together. Niacinamide can help to calm the irritation that comes from retinol, and it can also help to strengthen your skin barrier. So you can definitely use retinol with niacinamide. You can use niacinamide in the morning and use retinol at night, or you can apply the niacinamide before your retinol. So yeah, it's good. Now guys, I know you're sick of me, but I have a video on skincare products you should absolutely not mix. I'm gonna go now and go to the next question. Sorry. Should I double cleanse? Double cleansing is completely optional. Double cleansing is when you use an oil-based cleanser, then you follow it with a water-based cleanser. Double cleansing can really be beneficial if you are wearing makeup or you're wearing sunscreen or you're wearing heavy skincare. Then double cleansing would really be helpful in that case, but it is completely optional. As long as you wash your face with your cleanser and your face is clean, that's really the job we're trying to get done. How long does it take to see skincare results? Now, it depends on the ingredients you're using, but from 4 to 8 weeks you should start seeing results in your skincare. Some are faster, some are slower, it depends. And I have a video about that on my channel, how long you should take your skincare to work. Please check it out. Yeah, the thing is, when you're using a skincare product, you have to be consistent for these timelines to work. You cannot just use one product this week, then come back in the next 2 weeks and use it. Then you say, oh, it's been 4 weeks, my product is not working. You need to be consistent to be able to see results. Should I do the same routine morning and night? It depends. It depends on what you have in your routine, but you should know that sunscreen is only for morning. There are some skincare products that is only for night, like retinol and exfoliant. Morning skincare routine, you should be focused on protection, things that are just not so heavy. And for the night, you should focus on repair, products that would repair your skin, treat your skin. So you can use the same skincare routine morning and night, but you should know the specific products that are catered to just morning and night. I don't know, does that make sense? I hope it does, but if it doesn't, let me know in the comment section and I'll explain further. What are the basic products I actually need? Okay, even though I've done a video on this on my channel before, but I'm going to answer the question. Basic products you need. I'm going to remove all the fluff. You need a cleanser, you need a moisturizer, you need a sunscreen SPF 30 and above for morning skincare routine. Your night skincare routine, you need a cleanser and you need moisturizer, and that is the most basic skincare routine you can ever have. What ingredients should I not mix? The first is using vitamin C and benzoyl peroxide. Just don't, because they cancel each other out and you just don't want to waste your time. The next one is retinols and exfoliants like AHAs and BHAs. That would be too harsh for your skin. You're just going to ruin your skin barrier. If you're unsure of product that you should not mix, it's better that you just alternate it. Maybe use one today, use the other one tomorrow. There was one skincare trend like that. I know I did a video on it, I can't remember the name, where you do 2 times heavy, 2 times clear. I can't remember. I'm gonna put it on the screen, but yeah, you can just alternate it. Guys, I've been talking for so long and I just want you guys to know that I really appreciate you staying to this point, and I would appreciate it even more if you give this video a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel and share this video so that other people would know about skincare and everyone will start having good skin because you're subscribed to my channel. So we're gonna go to the last question, which is, do I need expensive products for good skin? No, a big fat no, and it's something I always advocate for on my channel. You don't need to have too much products on your skincare routine. You don't need to have the most expensive products on your skincare routine. The most important thing is, what are the ingredients in the skincare routine? What is the percentage of the ingredients in the skincare product? What are you trying to treat? What does this skincare product have? Does the skincare product have the ingredients that you want? So it's not always about the most expensive skincare routine. Affordable skincare products still work. I mean, it's better you even stick to something affordable so you can maintain it in the long run. You don't want to go get a La Mer moisturizer for over $200 and then you have to be buying the moisturizer of $200 every other week. That's not financially wise. But you know, expensive skincare products, they do be working, if I'm being honest. But if you don't have the extra money to splurge on, then it's better you just stick to your pocket. And even while sticking to your pocket, you will get good results. That's what I'm trying to say. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys want to see me outside of YouTube, you can check me out on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, TikTok, or Matilda Duku. Have you ever asked any of these skincare questions on Google before? And do you think I answered it correctly? Do you think I answered it the way you wanted it to be answered? Let me know in the comment section below. Or which of these topics do you want me to expand on and make a dedicated video on? Let me know in the comment section below. Or if you guys want a skincare consultation one-on-one where we talk about skincare and I treat your skin, link in the bio, link in the description. Go check it out and we're just going to have a good conversation. I heard that people can be getting good skin after they do my skincare consultation, but a little birdie told me. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.